Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these bottles that have been sitting here for a couple of days. I'm just going to bring them forward. And they basically were about the same, tested about the same as this water here tests. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it. And I also have the video. I did a video when I first poured this, and I'll show this on the blog post as well. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and test this, just kind of letting you know which bottle will store for a couple of days better than which bottle. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start out with, and this is all from the Athena, so the same ionizer poured at the same time, so it will be a good comparison. Alright, we'll start with a glass jar. And wow, actually that glass jar with the rubber seal is the most amazing storage for that. It's storing, it almost did not lose anything. We've got a negative 769 and a 9.9 pH. Wow, that did not lose anything, and that's been sitting there for 2 days. Holy smokes, that's just incredible. You know, honestly, I just think people should go out and buy up those jelly jars. You know, I hope they still have them, or just order them online or something. They're cheap. Okay, now this, I already know, does fit in there. It's a squeeze, but that's the plastic BPA-free bottle from Walmart. Costs 98 cents or something like that. Okay, and sitting there for 2 days, what happened? Okay, not anything happened to the pH, really. The pH is still like high, like a 10.2. But look at that ORP. Oh my God, it's almost completely gone. Now there is still some ORP benefit, and when it was, you know, poured fresh out of the tap, of course tap water is a much higher ORP, so it has half the benefit left. Let's say it's lost half of its benefit because it's not in the positive range, and I think my tap water might be like a positive 300 ORP or something like that. But I used to test my tap water all the time, and it tended to unstabilize my ORP meter so badly that I was concerned about my ORP meter breaking. So I just stopped testing the tap water. But it is about a negative 300, something like that. Ah! Yikes. Okay, here we go. What a mess. Alright, now this is the bottle that I predicted to be the worst of the three for storage. And actually, when I did my original test, I think I predicted this smaller plastic bottle to be the worst. But the last time I tested, this one was the worst. It looks actually about similar to the two plastic containers. Really don't have as good a seal. Those lids are not tight. They leave gaps, or even with the one that the blue one left no gap. But even so, look at the drop in ORP. That's because it was not screwed on, it didn't have a rubber seal. So that seal was allowing those negatively charged electrons, which are smaller than air, to escape. And of course they will escape if even the slightest little gap. So that's what you did, you know, you got here. Now, as far as, you know, let's say the only way you get your ionized water is going and getting gallon jugs filled up by a friend. I would definitely suggest use like cider jugs that are glass and that have this type of a lid with a rubber seal. Fill them all the way to the brim, and then store them that way. Then once you open that gallon jug, I suggest you pour that gallon jug immediately into these smaller jars, or if you can find a nicer looking. I know that they will sell juice a lot of times in glass jars with nice seals on the lid, and maybe you can just buy up some juices or something to get those jars. And then that way you've got a nicer looking container for, storing your water. But then you just fill it up to the brim, then put your lid on, and you're going to be good to go. I believe that would, probably keep it for weeks, or maybe a week or something. It would keep it for a long time if you do it that way. And as you can see, you really lose it when, and let's see how this blue one finally settled down. Your pH is still good, 10.4, but your ORP went down to like a negative 70 something. So these two are, just far worse. Okay. All right, thank you.